Good morning, dear students. So today we are going to start module 6, and actually module 6 is a very big module, and the first topic that we are going to cover is digital to analog converters. So none of the portions in module 6 should be skipped because almost all the portions are usually asked either for 5 marks or for essay questions. Now, what is digital to analog converter? You know that most of the information carrying signals like voltage, current are usually available in analog form. But we have already told in the first class itself that it's always better to convert it into digital form because digital data is easy to process, it is easy to transmit, and it is easy to store. Moreover, when compared to analog data, expressing in digital form is having better accuracy and also reduced level of noise. So, the circuits used to convert analog signals to digital signals is called analog to digital converter, and the circuit which is used to convert digital signals back to analog signals is called digital to analog converters. So in today's class we will be discussing on digital to analog converters, which you usually call it as D to A converter. Usually you call it as D to A converter, or you can call it as DAC, digital to analog converter. Now, we have two types of digital to analog converters in your syllabus. The first digital to analog converter is your binary weighted type. Now let us see what is binary weighted DAC. So I don't know whether you all are remembering this. I hope you know that this is an op-amp. An op-amp will be having a positive and negative terminal. The positive terminal is called non-inverting terminal and the negative is called the inverting terminal. So this is the feedback connection. So it is working in inverting mode. I think you have already studied all these in analog electronic circuits. Now, in this circuit, for binary weighted type DAC, there are n number of switches. Look here, B1, B2, B3, B4. You can see switch here. This is a switch actually, right? Okay, so we will be having the input as digital data because we need to convert the digital data to analog. So if the input data is of n bits, then n branches are required. 1, 2, 3, up to n branches are required. I have not drawn numerous branches, I have put it dots here. Okay, for example, if it was 4-bit data, you will have branch 1, 2, 3, 4. N will be 4. Okay, so these branches are connected to a reference voltage called VR. It is just a reference voltage. You can choose any value. For example, the reference voltage in your hand, if it is 10 volt, you can choose 10 volt. Now, another thing is that each switch can be connected either to VR. Look here. Using the switch, each of these resistors can be connected to either VR or to ground. Look here. There is a ground in every branch. So, the purpose of the switches is to connect these resistors in the different branches to either the reference voltage VR or to ground. Why? Because if the digital data is a 1, you need to connect the branch to VR. If the digital data is 0, you need to connect the branch to ground. That is the purpose. Now, in the digital data, you know that you have MSB as well as LSB. So, here the first branch closest to the op-amp is actually your branch corresponding to the MSB bit. It is where you apply the MSB. And the farthest away one corresponds to your LSB. Okay, I hope it is clear to you now. And see the nature of the resistors. In the first branch for MSB, your resistance value is 2R. For the second branch, it goes to 2 raised to 2R. For the third branch, it goes to 2 raised to 3R. And for nth branch, it is 2 raised to nR. So these are the things you need to know while drawing the circuit. It should be very clear. Now, how can you form the equation for output current? I0. Look here. What is I0? So this whole branch has an output current I0. Look here. This is I0. How will you get that current? It is actually the sum of individual branch currents. I1 plus I2 plus I3 etc. up to IN. Right? That is why I have written here the output current for op-amp, which is actually acting as the input to the op-amp. The output current, don't write this way, it is actually the output current from the branches. It is acting as input to the op-amp. So look here, it is given by this equation, I1 plus I2 plus etc. up to IN. Now, how can you calculate the individual currents? I1, how will you calculate the individual current I1? It is VR divided by 2R, voltage by resistance, into B1. Because B1 or bit 1 is the decision factor which decides the current through this. Because if that MSB bit of your digital data is a 0, there will be definitely no current through this branch. But if it is 1, the switch is connected to VR and the current becomes VR by 2R. So you just can't write VR by 2R, because if bit 1 is 1, then this is true. But if bit 1 is 0, there is no current. So as a generalization, you can write the current through branch 1 only in this form. Now similarly for branch 2, you can write VR by 2 raised to 2R into B2. So if the second bit is a 1, definitely this current will be there. If second bit is a 0, this current will be absent. Okay, so depending on the digital data, you will have the current. So that is how the conversion is being done from digital to analog. Corresponding to the digital data, correspondingly the current as well as the output voltage values vary. This is how digital data is getting converted to analog. Now, we have come up with the equation for I0. We can now calculate the output voltage of the circuit. Look here. So this current is coming as input to the op-amp. Now, what is the total output voltage? This current will flow through RF and that will be your output voltage. So since this is working in inverting mode, output voltage is minus I0 into RF. Look here, output voltage is minus I0 into RF. RF is the feedback resistance of the op-amp. So you can put this equation for I0 here. This is your output voltage equation. So for example, a 4-bit DAC, there will be 4 switches B1 to B4, and suppose that your digital data is 1000. So B1, I told you, it always corresponds to MSB. So here your MSB is 1 and all the other bits are 0. Now you can choose VR as say 10 volt. R also can be chosen. And then you can use this formula to find the equivalent output analog voltage of this data input. This is how you can convert the digital data to analog. So this is one example of a digital to analog converter. And this circuit is called binary weighted type DAC. Now, what are the main drawbacks of this binary weighted type? I think you have observed that a wide range of resistor values are required. 2R, 4R, 8R, 16R, it goes on until it reaches n bits, right? So if it is 8-bit data, 8 different values of resistors are required. So sometimes, mostly all these resistors, everything comes in IC. So constructing all these and making a binary weighted type IC is very difficult. And also achieving and maintaining accurate ratio. The ratio 2R is to 4R is to 8R. That ratio is very difficult over such wide range of resistances. Now, we'll go to the second type of digital to analog converter. It is R to R ladder type. So, it is mainly to overcome the disadvantage of binary weighted type. What was a disadvantage in binary weighted type? In binary weighted type, you required different types of resistors. But in R to R ladder type, you need just two types of resistors. One is R and one is 2R. So usually the typical range of R varies from 2.5 kilo ohms to 10 kilo ohms. So before going to the actual R to R ladder circuit, let us first analyze a circuit like this for 4-bit digital data. So this is a ladder arrangement. First, let us analyze this ladder arrangement for 4-bit digital data. Here also you are having 4 branches. It is for 4-bit data. So I have drawn 4 branches. Each of the branch can be connected to either VR or it can be connected to ground. Here also B1 corresponds to MSB and B4 corresponds to least significant bit. So each of the branch will be having resistance value of 2R, and in between the branches you have the resistance value of R. Now this is what you called it as terminating resistor. So this is an additional 2R connected at the end of the 4th branch. This is called terminating resistor. So the whole ladder arrangement is having an output voltage here. The output is taken here as V0 dash. So I hope it should be very clear. Please try to understand and study, else you can't by heart it. Okay. So you are having just 2 types of resistor values, 2R and R. So in all the branches you have 2R. At the end of 4th branch you have an additional terminating resistor. In between these branches you have R. And out of the first branch you will take the output voltage. Now, let us analyze the circuit for a particular 4-bit input. Suppose that the input bit is 1000. That is, B1 is 1, B2, B3, B4 are zeros. What happens? This branch gets connected to VR. All the other branches get connected to ground. So I have redrawn the circuit. Rest all will remain the same. Output is taken from node 1. Let us mark the nodes as this is node 1, this is node 2, this is node 3, this is node 4. So you are taking the output out of this node 1. Between this and ground you will take the output. Okay, you are connecting a resistor for that. You take it out of that. And this is the terminating resistor. Now, let us start analyzing this circuit. You know that this 2R terminating resistor is already connected to ground. At node 4, Since this bit is 0, it is also connected to ground. So it is like these two, this branch and this one and this one are in parallel. You can combine that and produce the equivalent resistance. Equivalent resistance of these two will be R. So it is shown in the next figure. So equivalent resistance will become R. So these two will combine and form R. So there is another R here. That is what is drawn here. Look here, there is another R here. So these two now become in series. It combines to form 2R. So you note down the nodes so that it is no confusing. Now it reaches, node 4 has been eliminated, it reaches node 3. Again, these two are in parallel. Okay. So you can make the equivalent R. That R and this R again forms 2R, and this analysis goes on. Look here. This R again combines series resistance to form 2R. It again forms parallel with this 2R. This analysis goes on until you reach this node 1. Same method. At node 1, what happens? At node 1, you finally end up with getting, you can do all the steps, you don't need to stop it here like I stopped. So you will get a resistance like this, 2R. It is just the basic electrical engineering, okay? So you will get a circuit like this where you have V0 dash, 2R resistance connected to VR. This is R to ground. And here the effective resistance of this entire part, left hand side of node 1 is actually 2R. You can analyze it step by step and you will reach a value of 2R. Okay. Now, how can you find the voltage value of V0 dash? So once you reach a value like this, one more point you should understand is that this 2R and this R. So it is through this resistance you are taking the output voltage. This R and this 2R is again in parallel. So you can form the equivalent resistance again. Look here. VR, this 2R will remain the same, and effective resistance of 2R and this R is 2 by 3R. I hope you know how to calculate two resistance values if it is in parallel, how to calculate the effective resistance. So you can go on and calculate, you can find that it is 2 by 3R. Now the circuit is actually, if you straighten it, it is of this form. So if you apply voltage divider rule, I hope you know what is voltage divider rule. When you apply voltage divider rule, you can see that V0 dash is the total VR voltage. This is your total voltage VR. So V0 dash is equal to this VR into what is the resistance of the branch to ground, 2 by 3R. So from this point to ground, what is the resistance? 2 by 3R divided by total resistance. That is what is written here. You can go ahead and check what is voltage divider rule. I think it will be more clear to you. So when you solve this, you will get the equation of the form VR by 4. Now, so far I told only about a ladder arrangement. Now see how this is connected to an op-amp. So this entire arrangement that we have seen till here, right? It is connected to an op-amp with a feedback resistance. It's again working in inverting mode. Now, V0, we don't know what is the current value, right? So what can happen here is that, so this is a different type of arrangement. So it is very difficult to calculate the individual branch currents because there is an additional R coming in between. So what you can do is, you can calculate the voltage using this formula. It is actually a formula obtained from the analysis of op-amp. Op-amp working as an inverting amplifier. output voltage equation is minus RF by R into V naught dash. So this R is acting as input to the inverting amplifier, right? So minus RF by R into V naught dash. This equation, it is belonging to op-amp category. That is, you have to just study that equation. It is an equation coming from the analysis of op-amp. What is the output voltage equation? So it is like minus RF by R into VR by 4. Because we already got V naught dash as VR by 4. So you will get it as minus VR by 2 if you assume that RF is equal to 2R. It is just an assumption that RF is equal to 2R. So you don't need many resistance values, you just need 2R and R. RF is also chosen as 2R. Now, this is for just one data we analyzed. We just analyzed a 4-bit data 1, 0, 0, 0. The most significant bit only is 1. Now, you can analyze another data like this 0, 1, 0, 0. Then you will get V naught dash, I think it is V naught dash, okay. No, V naught itself, just 1 minute. So you can analyze and then get the final op-amp, including the minus RF by R into V naught dash. You get that value is minus VR by 4. So for 1000, you got it as minus VR by 2. For 0, if the second most significant bit is made 1, you will get it as minus VR by 4. Now, if it is 0, 0, 1, 0, you will get it as minus VR by 8. And if the least significant bit is 1, you will get it as minus VR by 16. So, generally, you can write the output voltage as minus VR into B1 by 2. This is bit 1. It all depends on whether your bit is a 1 or a 0, right? B1 by 2, B1 by 2, B2 by 4, B3 by 8 and B4 by 16. So this is a general formula for calculating the output voltage using a R to R ladder type digital to analog converter. So even if 2 bits are 1, for example, the first bit is a 1, second bit also is a 1, then also you can get the output value. So this is a general form of the equation. Please study that. Okay. Now I hope these two portions are almost okay for you. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me. Thank you.